1,600.
So you got about 400 left to play with after rent.
And then I have my car note that comes right after that on the 16th.
How much is a car note?
500.
Why are you living in such an that's a that's an expensive apartment. Where are you living, dude?
In Woodlands.
No.
Welcome to one of the most unusual and emotionally charged hearings you'll ever see. Imagine juggling a criminal case that's dragged on for over 2 years, being 8 months pregnant, struggling to pay rent and car bills, while also trying to prove you deserve another chance. That's exactly the Staunton is caught in today. But here's the twist. The judge isn't just enforcing the law, he's trying to teach life lessons, almost like a mentor, while still holding her accountable. By the end of this case, you'll see whether compassion, discipline, or financial reality wins out. Stick around, because the ruling might surprise you.
And a restitution of $125. And I'd also like to throw in, the case is slightly older because of a bond forfeit back in February.
Due to Miss Bowie.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel better. The case is 2 years old because of only one person.
And here's the judge making it crystal clear. This case didn't drag on because of the court, the lawyers, or some backlog. It dragged on because of her. Judges don't usually call people out this directly, but notice the frustration in his tone. 2 years for what should have been a simple case. That's rare. What do you think? Is the judge being too harsh, or is he simply holding her accountable for dodging responsibility all this time?
So this is what we're going to do. We will set this case off for a week. You have a week to get the decision-making class done. If you don't have it done in a week, then I will set your case every single day until you get it done. You will be so sick of us, it'll be like a career for you just to have to come up here every single day. So we're going to get you to do it one way or the other. Now, what do you do for a living?
I just got a job recently.
Doing what?
Excuse me, I'm working from home. And it was hard for me to get that job because of the case. And it's like the reason that it keep going on and on because no one ever contacted me about coming to court. So,
Ms. Bowie, you have a theft record, and now you have a criminal mischief. If you think it's hard to get a job now, if you were to get a conviction on this criminal mischief, I'm telling you, it's going to be 20 times as difficult to get a job. The more criminal cases you pick up, the more difficult it becomes for you. That's why they have literally bent over backwards. This thing is 2 years old. In my court here in court 5, after 180 days, we set stuff for trial. I don't put up with the 2 years, 3 years old that, no. If you can't get it done, we're going to move on somehow or some way. It can't continue the way it is, especially since you're 8 months pregnant.
This is a turning point. The judge brings up her pregnancy, not to shame her, but to stress urgency. Once that baby arrives, her time, money, and energy will be even tighter. Legally, pregnancy doesn't excuse someone from completing court requirements, but it does influence how the court thinks about deadlines and punishments. Do you agree with the judge? That this is the now or never moment to get her life straight? Or should he have been more lenient given her circumstances?
Something has to give, and you got to get on it. The decision-making class, you could do that at home, online, in the middle of the night. There's no excuse for you not to have that done. None. That tells me that you just don't want to get it done because you can't.
it's money situations. Like I have rent, car note, and things that I have to pay as well. I had plans on paying it, but due to the storm that we had, I had to miss work. and things didn't fall in place as it should have.
Doesn't the DA still have, didn't you have the classes online that they can do?
I think this is an online class that we're requesting, Judge.
Yes, they're not free anymore, Judge.
It used to be free and now it's not free anymore. How much is it? You know, how much is the class?
DA's website is $50.
This is where financial reality smacks into the courtroom. The defendant says she can't afford the class, yet the prosecutor points out there's a cheaper, twin download option. That's less than a monthly phone bill, less than one takeout meal, yet she's still hesitating. The judge is basically asking, if you can't commit $20 to clean up your record, how serious are you about change? It raises a bigger question. Should justice bend for financial hardship, or are some excuses just not enough?
That's what the DA, if she goes to like this American Integrity course, it's $20.
Yes, I've sent her those links, Judge. She's
Can you
just
swing $20?
Say that again.
Can you swing $20?
Like I can try, but I have rent, I have phone bills, I have things that I need to pay to make sure that my child is taken care of when he gets here.
And the problem is that, I mean, if you once that child gets here, you're never going to get this done. It's imperative that you get this done now. How are you going to be able to come up with the restitution? It's $125. I mean, it sounds like to me she's not going to be able to get it. Mrs. Zarate, I don't know. I don't know.
Judge, I was just going to say that if the restitution is the most important thing to the state, maybe she should just focus on that versus putting that money towards the class. But I understand the state wanting her to.
But still, though, Allie, I mean, tell me, how much money do you make a month? What exactly do you do?
I just recently started working there.
Doing
like
what?
2 months now. I was homeless at first, and then the money with the checks that I did get recently, I got me an apartment, got me a
Great.
car. Say it again.
Great, that's great.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Doing
saying. So
good.
it's like everything is falling into place for me, but it's like I still have this case, and it's like I don't have the money to like come with $125.
Then let this be a lesson. The criminal mischief is all about self-control.
This is more than a lecture, it's a life lesson disguised as sentencing. The judge is saying bad choices start with bad impulses. Lose control once, and it can spiral into years of consequences. Think about it. 2 years of her life wrapped up in this single mistake. How many of us have had moments of anger where we didn't think of the aftermath? That's exactly what the court is hammering home. Control your reaction, or your reaction controls your life.
You get upset and you start wigging out without thought to consequence. How miserable has this experience been?
Very miserable.
Great. I hope so. Because that way, hopefully, next time you get in this kind of position, you'll think twice before acting without thought. If I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Nevertheless, how are you going to be able to, how do we do the money?
I was thinking more time.
How many resets have we done, guys, for her to get the money together?
See. So this offer was accepted last month, which would be our last setting.
Okay, so it's not been long.
No, Your Honor. But if our complainant is concerned, wanting, restitution, but I understand if that's a financial thing, I can speak with defense counsel. We may be able to do, community service hours instead of restitution.
She's 8 months pregnant, man.
I discussed that with Xavier. I mean, he's been very willing to work with me, but the issue is, given her being pregnant, community service.
Mrs. Zarate, I don't know how at 8 months pregnant, unless you keep it open for another 6 months and then, but I don't know if Judge Draper is going to want to do that, being that the case is 2 years old as it is.
I mean,
And-
also,
and-
community service is something that can be completed online. They do have programs where that can be done.
Now this is fascinating. Online community service. Did you even know that was a thing? Programs like reading to children virtually can count as service hours. It shows how the justice system is adapting to modern times. But here's the dilemma: she's 8 months pregnant. Realistically, can she even pull this off? Or is the defense just throwing out desperate solutions? Let me ask you, if you were the judge, would you buy this option or call it another delay tactic?
Oh, well, I've never heard of that, but that's really?
Yes, you can do like reading to children, and that type of stuff online for community service hours.
How about that?
Yes, sir.
But we need to put a time limit. It's time to put this baby to bed, as you well know. You know, like you don't want this open forever, right? It's time.
And
Uh,
Judge, just so the court knows, I've heavily advised her against taking any kind of time served or anything, which would obviously dispose of this because she's having trouble right now. She's certainly not going to be able to get a job with this conviction. So
Not only that, if you want state services ever, you know, you ever want to go to school, get financial aid, you ever want to get services from as far as like food stamps, Social Security, all these other social services with convictions, it's not going to happen. That's why the worst thing you could possibly do is just plead guilty and just, I'm going to move on. When you take a half-ass approach, you get a half-ass result. So, I guess, why don't we set it off for a week for you guys to go back to the drawing board to try to reach some kind of resolution? How much money are you making? What are you doing now as far as work?
Working from home, a call center,
Okay.
14 an hour,
How much are you working? Are you working full-time?
full time.
So tell me how much you're making on an average paycheck.
$1,010
Every paycheck, every 2 weeks? That's great. How much is rent?
1,600.
Here's the part that stunned me. The judge finds out she's paying $1,600 a month in rent, while also claiming she can't afford $125 in restitution. That's a red flag for any judge. From a legal standpoint, the court is testing her credibility. If she can budget for a luxury apartment and a $500 car note, how believable is her financial hardship? This isn't just about money. It's about priorities, and the judge is peeling back her lifestyle choices to expose contradictions.
So you got about 400 left to play with after rent.
And then I have my car note that comes right after that on the 16th,
How much is a car note?
500.
Why are you living in such that's an expensive apartment. Where are you living, dude?
In the Woodlands.
No. Are you living in like a lap of luxury? $1,600 for an apartment is a lot of money is it a 1-bedroom, 2 or 3?
This is a bedroom.
Who are you living with?
My little brother.
Is he paying rent too?
Yeah, he helps out when he can.
Great. Is he working?
Yes.
Okay. How much does he usually provide?
Like I just get like $500 from him.
That's so realistically speaking, you're paying around $1,000 a month for rent.
Yes.
So you have around $1,000 left over. $500 for your car. So you have around $500 for food and other necessities, phone. You know, I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility that she can pay restitution. If she can pay perhaps $20 every 2 weeks, we can conceivably get this done. If you're paying $20 a month and give it to Allie for her to hold and trust, it can happen.
So,
Can you swing $20?
yes, sir.
Let's do that. Mrs. Arati,
This is where the case takes a practical turn. Instead of demanding everything up front, the judge works out a payment plan. $20 every paycheck until the $125 is covered. That's smart judging. It holds her accountable without crushing her financially. Notice how he frames it: restitution isn't about punishing her, it's about fairness to the victim whose property was damaged. And honestly, $20 every 2 weeks. That's manageable for almost anyone. What do you think? Is this a fair compromise, or letting her off too easy?
Whenever there is a complaining witness that is owed restitution, I think that's the most important thing for me, because it's not fair that someone gets to break someone else's property and they don't have to pay for it. And $125 in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. Most, we see thousands of dollars in criminal mischief cases. So I think that that's doable. So why don't we do this? Allie, can you take the money and hold it
Sure. Yeah. I
so
mean,
that
because
it doesn't get spent?
do a money order but yes, I can.
Because the DA's office is not going to take it piecemeal.
No, I understand. Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. And then once I have the full amount, then I can just get a money order.
Today is the first. You should have gotten paid today.
I did.
Okay. I will wait today. I'm going to reset your case for 2 weeks. You must appear in court on that day and bring her $20 so that she can hold it towards the restitution. Let's reset this thing every 2 weeks for you to give them $20 every time. And then after you got the 125, the case is over, done, and they'll dismiss it. Bet?
Judge, I just wanted to ask, are you indicating that, well, I guess, what about the class?
I don't know. You guys fight about that.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't, to me, the most important thing is a restitution to a complaining witness, because it's just not fair otherwise, really. Whether you guys, it don't matter to me. You fight about that.
State about it, and I just want my client to know, don't go and pay for the class.
Seems like she's miserable enough as it is.
Okay, let's focus on the restitution, and I'll talk to the state.
This line shows a rare glimpse of judicial compassion. The judge basically says, forget the classes, forget the bureaucracy, let's just focus on paying the victim back. To him, justice here means restitution, not dragging her through more hoops. That's significant, because it highlights how courts balance punishment with practicality. Do you think he's right to narrow the focus to just restitution, or should the class still be required as a lesson in responsibility?
All right, ma'am.
Okay. You're gonna reset it for 2 weeks, Judge.
Yeah, required appearance, right.
The $20.
We're almost there, and you can literally almost get this done before you have the baby. Just be done with it once and for all. And hopefully, you just start thinking about this. It's all about, when you get angry, don't let loose. Do you have any questions? It's okay. Tell me, is this gonna be okay with you? Are you sure?
Yes.
If you have any more issues, just come back and talk to us. Don't just take off. That's the worst thing that you can do. We can always try to work something out. Okay?
And there it is, the judge's final warning. It's not just legal advice, it's life advice. Don't run from problems, because they'll only grow bigger. In court, skipping appearances can lead to warrants, harsher penalties, and permanent damage to your record. Outside of court, the same principle applies. Avoiding responsibility only delays the inevitable. The judge leaves her, and us, with one last takeaway: face your problems head on, even when it's hard.
Okay, man.
So here's the bottom line: a 2-year-old criminal mischief case boiled down to $125 in restitution and a lesson in priorities. The judge struck a balance between discipline and compassion, giving her a chance to fix things without destroying her future. But the warning was clear. Every bad decision adds weight to your record, making life harder down the road. What do you think? Was the judge too lenient, too tough, or just right? If you found this breakdown as eye-opening as we did, make sure to smash that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. You won't want to miss the next one.